We did our video on Harrison Bergeron by Kurt Vonnegut. The members of our team are Emily, Echo, Caleb, Wei, Rohe, and me.
Hi, Liu Hei.
Hi.
Let's talk about why this piece is so amazing.
Okay, so this story mainly talks about the equality, and in this story, people who is superior to someone needs to get some handicap to be equal to other people, and this picture shows how the handicap works in the story. And I thought this story is so amazing because I think most of the people have a good image to the equality, but this story made me think of the extremely equality would make a horrific society. So that's why this piece is so amazing.
Sounds good. Thank you for coming.
Hey.
So I'm gonna ask you some questions. And who is the author of this piece or the story?
Nice one. So the author is Von Gott. He is from Indiana. He born in 1922. His life went through lots of different things in like World War II. So he joined the army. He was a reporter, and he also became a writer eventually. And all this experience really affected the story he wrote. It's like contain lots of politics and society issues in there.
Okay, so how's his life experience influence his writing?
So there are different things that happen in his life, but I think one thing that stands out is the way he uses humor in those really bizarre places, like when we talk about the ballerina, and it was supposed to be really scary, but instead he just used really a sense of humor to make it really exaggerate, help us to remember what happened.
Sounds good. Nice talking with you.
Thank you.
Hey!
Hey Emily, it's Mo here with 5 questions to ask you about the literary elements of Harrison Bergeron.
Oh, perfect. Come on in. Let me talk to you then.
So let's get into it. What literary elements are used in this short story?
Oh, so there's quite a lot. There's alliteration, symbolism, irony, personification. The list goes on.
Wow, crazy. Which devices do you think adds the most significance to the story?
I would probably have to say irony, symbolism, and the tone.
All right, 3rd question. How does Vonnegut's use of irony help further the impact of the story?
Ooh, there's a really good scene in it that explains it. So it involves the ballerinas that they're watching on TV. And he quotes it like this. He goes, "She must have been extraordinarily beautiful because the mask she wore was hideous." And I think the irony behind that is understanding that the use of masks were to disguise how beautiful they are, but because they have masks and you can see how ugly it is, it still tells you how beautiful that person is. And I just think the way he uses irony helps further the story's impact.
Wow, very impactful. Got it. So how does the use of symbolism help further the story?
That's great. Symbolism is really effective in the way that he uses the handicaps as symbolism for the world and the handicaps that are in the world today, and how equality isn't able to be met to a perfect extent without handicaps.
Perfect. All right, so the last question. What would you say is the tone of the story?
The tone is for sure sarcasm and just satire. It's all about how he kind of makes fun and pokes fun at the U.S. and how if the path they're headed in the way they're going about equality is going to be just not realistic and almost laughable. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good. I'm doing good.
Yeah, that's good. I heard you guys have a midterm project, eh?
Yeah, we do have a midterm project, and it's about choosing an article we have learned or we have used in class and just make a video about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you learn from it? Anything interesting?
Yeah. So The article I choose is called Harrison Bergeron. It's a story about equality, and the main character is Harrison Bergeron. But the chapter I choose is basically about the conversation between his parents.
Wow.
And I was so amazed by how government try to like make everyone even and just to emulate the difference between each one of us. And for example, Harrison's father, George is a little different. He's a little smarter. The government tried to make him even, in order to make him even like everyone else, the government put a special equipment in his head to limit the usage of his head. So that he can be like everyone else in the world, right? And it just reminds me how important the difference is in this world, and I was so surprised about the story.
Wow, thank you for sharing. That sounds excellent. And thank you for your time today.
Yeah, no problem. All right, this is my microphone. As you can see, I'm going to interview someone about midterm stuff. All right, let's see. Oh, here's the guy. Let's try to interview him.
Hey, what's up, man?
How's it going, sir?
Yeah, good. What about you?
Pretty good. Sorry to interrupt you. But what are you doing right now?
I was just pondering how to do my midterm project. Yeah, it's basically just about like how to make a video of the things we learn.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
What is something like really meaningful about your project?
Something meaningful?
Mm-hmm.
Well, for me, there's one more thing I want to emphasize. It's like, because the whole essay is basically about equality,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I think it's really like extremely important for us to, make things equal in our life. But we have to like notice, and it also depends on the way we see it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's nearly impossible to make everything, each person like 100% equal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think we could like make a competition, like equal competition with others. We can treat other people equally with love, but we can't force things to, happen the way we want, and we can't force others to be exactly equal like others, right? So that's one thing I think it's really important to me. Yeah, that's all I learned.
Wow, that's a really good insight. I really like your point.
Yeah.
And I hope you will have a good time during midterm.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you,
you.
man.